Do you even realize that you're being self-centered today?
No. No. I'll tell you, I remember it vividly. I remember it vividly. I just thought I was focused on what was important, which of course that was me.
Was me.
Right.
Well, see, I don't remember being like that, but I got married at 18. So it was normal for me to not be going, family.
You found a new way to be self-centered.
Yes. I mean, I don't know.
You're definitely self-centered. You had because there are those that get wrapped up in a relationship self-centered.
Yeah.
Everything was the relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, but either way, it's all egocentric. That is. And to a certain degree, it's absolutely the way it's supposed to be.
I guess.
I mean, we raise them to mind us, to let us go. Then where are you at? And and then it's we've all done it. I mean, I told my mom at one point, that Cameran, pretty much that Cameran went Cameran. Quit making me trying to make me feel guilty.
Yeah.
And now,
me and her have had that conversation.
and now, she was right. That's the. But at the same time, she wasn't. At the same time, establishing that you identity at that age, especially if you're actually getting a job, getting a house, doing all these things you're supposed to be doing. And it takes all of that. It takes all that time.
She's got a job, not full time, but they work for 30% hours
But man,
a week on top of
they leave a hole in your heart.
Yeah, they do. But we're taking her out for her birthday after a while, hopefully.
If she shows up.
That's what I was gonna say, hopefully.
I know you were
she'll
gonna
show
say.
up. She's
I knew that's where you were going.
supposed to be there. And if she don't,
Hey, Michael, guess who came to our house yesterday?
Melody, how do I know that? Because I saw her riding a bike.
You left, I cried.
Eric.
My
I
dad.
know.
Your dad. That's awesome.
No,
what?
I believe
He
it
came
too.
under
I mean,
really
she's a
bad
good
terms,
kid. I
saying that mom was an accessory and that she's gonna go to jail. And he tried to take us. He tried to force his way through the door.
Oh, okay. No, that's not very good circumstance at all. Okay, you need to put things in. You need when you start out that story, you need to start it out with not a smile.
He's got a little bit of dusting going on there.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's why it's so prominent now, because she wasn't like that.
Yeah, dude, that's be like, yeah, the whole house burned down and everything, and there were 4 people that died inside.
And then he's like, ah.
So maybe it is just a normal stage.
He hasn't learned to express the appropriate emotions when telling
Yeah,
a
it does.
story that isn't necessarily good.
That's
Bill's
good.
in here too. That was all.
Uh-oh.
Took us 6 hours to do this.
Woo. It was a job, wasn't it?
Getting down like this right here. It's a wide business. That's a steam cleaner. You put a hot water in, you pull the trigger, and it's got a heater on it. And then that hot water goes in
Right.
the carpet. But getting down underneath these shoes, boy, I tell you, the lower part of my back right there is still about to kill me.
We mowed most of the day yesterday, and then I cleaned the carpet in the room last night. Doing a lot of straightening up. We've got an appraiser coming to look at the house at 10 o'clock in the morning.
That's what makes her sign up to it.
Yeah, we brought chili beans. She said she's got taco soup. She sent me a text, says today's official fart day at Sonlight. I was like, man, I wish I wasn't working today.
What?
Today's official fart day at Sonlight. We got taco soup, chili beans, and pinto beans that we know of so far. And a salad. Start off with fiber and add more to it.
What's up, partner?
No, that's Randy. My hands are clean, I just
Yeah.
been playing sealed. I'm glad to see you back to you.
Well, I was trying to
Not
stretch the budget the other day.
making me feel like he's mad at me.
A base for like pasta.
Why do you think that?
And we just took, basically 6 pounds of meat. It was hamburger meat, Italian
I'll
sausage,
see you Wednesday.
and
Well, if I don't get by there before church, I'll
made
get
a
you
big
Wednesday.
pound of lasagna day before yesterday. We got
Bye, guy, done.
I charged the battery up on it, but I don't know if it's gonna stay up.
Alright. I might have to. Is it side post?
I
I may switch mine. I need a battery for mine.
I don't know what it was running strong, and all of a sudden I went out there to start it one day and it just wouldn't start. I jumped it on, but I put a charge on it all night.
What I'll probably do anyway, just see mine's got so many issues going on with it. I'm gonna park it for a couple months and drive that one. And see what, I got something loose in my front end. They say it's that bracket pinion. I don't think it's a bracket pinion.
But
think about it.
Axle's popping on everything still. And you go down the road and you stop suddenly, my car cuts off.
Still needs to be done.
Does it? I laid my bat, I set a firecracker, a nuclear bomb to my bat and it went off. Wade and them had a cookout. I went over there yesterday morning to get Dell's paper and they had some smoked sausages.
oh man,
I ate 2 of them. I ate a slice of chicken. I went back after the paper and I ate a big little plate of pork. Another plate of pork. Barbecue chicken. We got 30 pounds of chicken.
oh my God.
Not counting. I shot a deer shoulder, deer ham, ribs. I think I sang about everything I eat. The only thing that really killed me was the hot dogs, the sausages. The pork, my blood pressure pork, but calories wise, not that bad. And deer meat's good for you anyway.
Oh, no, but you stays for alcohol.
Ain't no cholesterol in deer meat.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why everybody says it
That's called
tastes
frying out,
fine.
that ain't detox.
All it is, there's no fat in deer meat.
And,
If you'll put bacon on it, like she put bacon over the tendon, she said, I don't eat that nasty mess. I had Amber hollering all way out. When we gonna be done? I'm gonna go back and get some deer meat. I want some more deer meat. I want some more deer meat. Did she not? She wasn't gonna try it. I parked. They made a mistake by letting me get out of the car. I went out to the grill. I sitting there.
The other day, when you got behind me, where's y'all heading? Cause
It hadn't been on my nose. I guarantee it's everybody.
Oh, what the Ben's
I
man.
ain't gonna get too drunk. I got something, but I'm good. Some kind of fun.
Yeah. It rained. It rained.
It starts up here.
I looked at it later.
life works out.
So you can thank him.
You get my check.
You know you should.
No, I'm sorry, I did not. That's usually of course, after I went home. I did not get it, but she's doing okay yesterday. She's clean all day. We don't get and they're going to come pick her up Monday. Are you sure? Right now, she said she was gonna do it. She could walk right in the bar right now.
What about that other girl?
She could walk right in. Boy, got awful quiet. It was quiet, too quiet. Amen.
Amen.
We'll go ahead and get it opened up this morning. We'll go ahead and open it up in prayer. Who's got a prayer request they want to make? Elena. Pray for Elena and Jessica. Amen. Remember her? Chastity Melody.
Your dad?
Yes, my dad.
I just had somebody look at him.
Amen. Remember, Derek, I got to go see him. Just keep him in your prayers.
Keith, Marlo, and Tom.
Keith, Marlo, and I, remember all those.
Keep Mama in your prayers too. She started packing for him last night, and she really doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, just keep carrying your prayers on that. Thank you, Keith. Keith said me, so y'all keep me in prayer. I'm still some kind of credit, but I'm doing okay.
Guy sleep a couple of beds over from me, Mitch. His mom is, they figure she gonna pass away between now and Tuesday.
Amen.
You know, they give him a real hard time about going to see him. Just lift it up that God will have his will and way in the situation.
Amen, brother. Amen. Let's remember Mitch. Amen. Keep him in prayer. Ron's bumping me.
So what guy did y'all have here at Bible study that had lost his mama?
Yeah, that's Kelly Collins. He'll be here. He'll be here tonight, I think. So let's keep him in prayer.
I do want to say, mention our home appraisal on Monday.
Amen. Let's remember that. Lord, keep all that everything and look after that situation. Amen. I got situations too. I ask the Lord to look after. I know He will. What you got, Cameron? Do you have another? Do you have another one?
No, I was
Okay.
just.
Anybody else? Go ahead.
Your mom's coming.
Yes, let's remember her. I was going to mention her. My mom, she went in Friday. Amy and Randy went to pick her up for me and was going to take her to Daymar. And when she got to Daymar, she was too bad off basically to go into treatment at that time. And she went to the hospital and she stayed there. It would have been Friday night. And, you know, kind of detoxed for a little bit, or what do you call it?
Dried out.
Dried out.
Amen.
And she had the opportunity yesterday. She had in mind to go into treatment, and then yesterday she kind of backed out on me. And she's sitting at home, but just pray that the Lord, you know, either way, whether she goes into an inpatient thing or whether she does it at home or goes through whatever program, we know the only way that you can get deliverance is through Christ.
Amen.
It takes Jesus to do that, and it takes the power of the Holy Spirit living in you to be able to do that. So just pray, be in prayer for my mother. Pray that the Lord just, you know, have His will and way with her. I want His protection on her. But just, and I want to protect her too from those that might enable her in doing what, you know, she's doing too. You know, I just want to, you know, pray for protection in that area too.
My wife mentioned Karen's coming in November. Regardless of what her circumstances are, I think it'd be good for the two of them to have a visit.
That sounds good.
You know how active she is in her chapter and stuff, and she does. She gets enough of Jesus in there. I won't say she gets all of Jesus in there, but there's enough of it that you know the Lord will have His way.
Yeah. She's very open, so I don't think that'd be a problem at all. If anybody would want to call her, even from the church, just let her know you prayed for her, that'd be fine. I think her number is 956-6305. I think that's the number. Because she changed her home number, but it's 956-6305, I believe, is the number that she has. So any of you that want to call her and encourage her, go ahead and do that. I'd encourage you to do it because she needs to know. You know how the devil is. He wants to make you feel like you're all alone, like nobody cares.
Amen.
But we know he's a liar. So just like I said, we just keep her in your prayers. Anybody else?
I have a praise report. We were at the Thomasville Everybody's Day yesterday, and God worked it out for Randy to see his son that chose to not talk to him for the past 2 years, and his grandson that he had kept away from him.
Amen.
It was a blessing.
Amen.
That's Jesus. Amen.
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 And they talked, and hopefully he's going to contact him and give him all the contact information again and all that, but it was just, God opened that door.
Amen. Let's pray for that situation. Amen. that's the way God does it, when we don't even know, do we? And He knows it's all before Him, He knows what's going on, He knows our need, He knows the needs in those situations, so just continue to pray for that situation.
And continue to pray for the Brittany situation with the daughter, that the daughter do that as well.
Amen. Let's remember that. Keep that in our prayers too. Anybody else? Well, I'll remember, I'm gonna ask you to pray for Jonathan and Brittany, my Jonathan and Brittany. I've been picking with him lately, but the truth is, I talked to Justin, his friend, and he hadn't been to church at either place in the last few weeks. So I looked at him, I just put the point blank to him at work the other day. I said, you're out. And I said, I'm gonna be praying for you in that direction, you know, and so just keep him and Brittany, you know, he's engaged now, heading down, you know, that path, you know, way to being an adult. You know, he's got a job, he's faithful to it, he does exactly what he's supposed to do in all the areas, but church is one of those, and your relationship with Christ is one of the most important.
It's gonna stabilize everything else.
Everything else, so just keep that in your prayers too as well. Anybody else? Go ahead, Mike.
Just pray for me in the continuing of the storm. You know, not that I would be removed from it, because I just don't believe that's God's will. Pray that I'll learn how to manage a boat in the midst of a storm.
Amen. Let's remember that.
Amen.
Anybody up lifted hand? All over the building? I'll tell you what, Randy, why don't you open this up?
Dear Lord, thank you for the day that we have, and dear Lord, we know that you're faithful, dear Lord, to every request we ask, dear Lord.
Yes.
Every prayer that we pray, dear Lord, we're going to try to remain faithful to you, dear Lord, as much as we can, dear Lord, because we know that you'll answer every prayer and all these prayer requests, dear Lord. It's been asked, dear Lord, we know that you will answer, dear Lord. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen.
Check the hymn when we turn to take 350.
All
Morning, everybody.
One.
How's everyone doing today?
Good.
Very good. All right. Now, if you'll please turn in your books to 2 Samuel 19:6. In that thou lovest thine enemies, and hatest thy friends, for thou hast declared this day that thou regardest neither princes nor servants. For this day I perceive that if Absalom had lived, and all we had died this way, then it had pleased thee well. So, now you've got your frenemies and your friends, but then you have your family and God. All these people that you love and care about.
Right, amen.
But you see, so many things can reach you through these. Through your friends, your enemies, through your family. Still, all of it is connected to where you have to look to God, to where you have that guidance. Because if you don't, then you'll just fall apart, and your friends, family, none of your loved ones will have any meaning without God. In Kings 16:11, saying how friends always be with each other, I believe, if I can get to it. It's 1 Kings chapter 16, verse 11. And it came to pass when he began to reign, as soon as he sat on his throne, that he slew all the house of Baasha, and left him not one that pisseth against the wall, neither of his kinsfolk nor his friends. And so when you have your enemies, you don't think about how if it's their friends or their family. But you decide that since they've wronged you, that you have to take everything away from them. And that is never what it really means to do. God would never really want you to do that, to take everything from them. If anything, He'd want you to pray for them, guide them, and get them on the right path to be with God. Thus did Zimri destroy all the house of Baasha, according to the word of the Lord, which he spake against Baasha by Jehu the prophet. For all of the sins of Baasha and the sins of Elah his son, which they sinned, and by which they made Israel to sin, and provoked the Lord God of Israel to anger with their vanities. And so it only starts with one person. One person can take down so many others if they so will it. And so we need to be able to not be sheep to those people, but be shepherds to ourselves and to our friends and family to guide them in the way we are going, if that is the right way. And if you're not going the right way, then you best get there quick. In Job 17:5.
Repeat that.
Job 17:5. No problem. He that speaketh flattery to his friends, even the eyes of his children shall fail. he hath made me also a byword of the people, and aforetime I was a tattered. And so, when we have all of our friends and we speak so much fire to them, we want to give them what they want to hear, so that they stay our friends. But you see, you're just clouding your own eyes and their eyes with it. Because if you're going to tell them all this flattering, what they want to hear, then either you or they are going to hear what God wants them to hear. You have to be able to keep your ears open and help them keep theirs, so that God can be with them. And if you'll now go to chapter 32, verse 3 of Job. Also, against his 3 friends was his wrath kindled, because they had found no answer, and yet had condemned Job. Now, Elihu had waited till Job had spoken, because they were elder than he. Now, your friends can be older than you, can be wiser than you, but that doesn't mean they're always right. Because no matter how old you are, no matter how much experience you've had, how much you stayed with something or with someone that has been close to God, but unless you believe it yourself, you're going to fall along with the ones that beside you that are not with him and on the path. And when Elihu saw that there was no answer in the mouth of these 3 men, then his wrath was kindled. And Elihu, the son of Barachel, the Buzite, answered and said, I am young, and ye are very old. Wherefore I was afraid, and durst not shew you mine opinion. I said, days should speak, and multitude of years should teach wisdom. But with some people, that's just not the case. They just don't want to see what's in front of them, and they want to see what they want to. Amen. And so, it's up to God's children and God himself to get that mask away. Because without that, they'll just be bull in a china shop. Think of it as just all of us Christians. We're just in our own little china shop, on our shelves, just what we need to be doing. But then there's just that one time when it just all comes crashing down. And most of the time, we don't know what to do. And some of us will look up, but then some of us will look around. But the ones that look around will stay shattered, and the ones that look up will be whole some more.
Amen. Very good.
Great men are not always wise, neither do the aged understand judgment. Therefore I said, hearken to me, I also will shew my opinion. Behold, I wait for your words. I gave ear to your reasons. Will search out what to say. Yea, I attended unto you, and behold, there was none of you that convinced Job, or that answered his words. Lest ye should say, we have found out wisdom. God trusteth him down, not man. Now he hath not directed his words against me, neither will I answer him with your speeches. Don't say what your friends say, because your words need to be your own, your actions your own. I know that now we have our groups of people that are just alike, and they like to stay together and be with their friends. But branch out.
Amen.
Because if you don't, then none of us will be connected. And those groups are going to stay separated. I talked to a man not too long ago at my school. His name was Al Alexander. And he told me that he had two daughters. One of them went to college, and one only graduated high school and just went to work. The one that did not graduate college has the higher paying job and is better off the one that has the master's and their talent. He told me that everyone has their own talent, their own value. Without one, like one story he told me, principal at a high school. He said, "Congratulations to all of my people that graduated. I am so proud of you." What do you say to those that didn't graduate? He's not proud. But you see, those are the people that are your plumbers, your mechanics, the people that do the things that we need around all of us that just have to be done, but does not need all of this intimate knowledge on every little detail with every little thing. So, I'm the doctor, and I'm over here with my patients, but my car breaks down. I can't get to my patients. Who do I need? I need that mechanic.
That's right.
My plumbing breaks. I need the plumber, the electrician, all of them. They all connect. No matter what you say, one without the other cannot exist.
You're right.
I asked him what would he think about having maybe over here, we've got our county separated, North Carolina, we've got all these different counties. What if one county was your mechanics, over here was your plumbers and your carpenters and your metal workers and everything all spread out? But he told me, no. We may be all the same, but without that mix, we're not going nowhere. Because patients are over here, but your doctors are way down there. There's no way to get them to meet in between. Those patients can't go nowhere. Those patients bedridden, they've got to have those doctors beside them, or else they're just not going to be there when the doctors do.
Is that way with churches too?
You got it always with the churches, because you've got your people, you've got your choirs, you've got the knowledge, people who want to teach, you've got the preachers that want to get out there and they want to shout and tell what needs to be done. But without the choir, who's going to sing his praise? Without the teacher, who's going to teach his word? Without the preacher, who's going to shout out about God and his word? And it's not only preachers and the choir members and the preachers. Now we also need the ones who need saving, our sheep, and everyone else. We've got Keith, who plays our guitar for us and does the bestest job just to strum it all day. And then we got Scott, come up here just shouting and yelling and praising. And we've got Amy singing for us in the choir with Tracy, Brandy working our sound systems. When that one's getting there, he just, out he goes. We got everyone here because we need them here. And the ones that are not here today, we miss because we know they belong here. And the ones that may not belong here may belong somewhere else. They will still have just as much value, just as much success as any one of us here.
That's right.
But you see, there's that one problem. You know how you always hear it's just that one step. What about the one word? That one word that could guide someone else and give them what they need to know to walk that path. Because you can take that step with them. But you see, you can't speak the words at the same time. That's just one thing you can't do.
Or one prayer.
A prayer. That prayer. You can give them the pamphlet, you can tell them the prayer, but it takes them getting down on their knees and actually giving up to God what they need most. We think throughout all this time, because we have our friends and our family to hold us up, to be with us. I know they say they're always going to be there, and we have been here for each other. But there's going to be that day when we can't come. And we've got to look to God. So that way, when the time comes, our friends will be back. And we can be in that same state of mind with all of our praising and singing. But we still have that day where we are not with each other. Just thinking like throughout the week, like Sunday to Wednesday is a long way away to me. Because I love coming to this church. It is so much fun hearing all the singing and praising. But then, a lot can happen from Wednesday to Sunday.
Right.
Because you've got the gossip, the drama, work, stress, everything just eating you and pounding you into the dirt. And what if we're just sitting over here looking down that hole and gives you a shovel, just go on your way? But no. God is going to give you a hand. And He expects us to give you a hand along with Him. Because the only reason we have friends and we have our family is that we have something corporate. Something that's here with us that we can touch, we can feel, that we know is there. We can see with our own eyes. But you see, we hear God. We know He's there. We feel His love. But we just can't see Him. It's so hard to explain something you can't see or someone else does not hear or see. Just thinking about it. It's so easy for us because we've been here together for all this time. Even our new ones, they've already got a taste of what it's like to be here, the hospitality and the friendship here. But then, when we start to go away and we're not here together, that's when we start digging our holes and we start walking the other direction. Now, with our friends, one verse always comes to mind was when God asks you what happened, or when someone asks you what happened, God tells him, I was hurt at my friend's house. Now, Mom asked me what that meant. The only thing that could come to mind was maybe your friend betrayed you, or something happened. But I started thinking, maybe it wasn't your friend. Maybe it was you and your friend at their house, but then someone decided, the big bully of the street decided to come along and antagonize you. But God wants you to look to Him for guidance, because He will make you and your friend stronger than anything that can be thrown against you.
Amen. Amen.
Now, what about those people that are just hermits? They like to sit there secluded in their little home, don't want to come out. They could be just the same as everyone else, except they just want to be comfy and they just don't want to talk to you. But they can still know God, can't they?
Yep.
But then there's the ones that just don't know. And that's why we got to try our hardest to get to them.
Amen.
Sometimes we just got to take that step towards them. It's that way we can pray with them, to talk with them. But where are they going to be if we're doing this?
Right.
Now, see here, just stop. We can only go but so far. God's going to put something behind you to stop you and have you go forward to them or where you need to go. But then, what happens if you turn around and go around? That's when God's going to have to deck you. There is just nothing to it. Eventually, He's just going to put you on your back and point you in the right direction.
Good boy. Very good.
You bet.
I love it.
It's funny because you can be on your back, winded and not knowing what to do, just so angry. But then, you don't want to be angry.
Yeah.
Yesterday, my dad had come to the house, just cursing and ranting and raving. But I wanted to be angry with him so much for acting the way he did. But the only feeling I could come up with was sympathy.
Very good.
But the entire time I've known my dad, he has never been active in church. Anytime someone tried to tell him of God or tell him of church, he would not have time for it. He would have something to do at that moment, at that time, he needed to go do something. And now you're sitting there thinking, what if it's not just my dad? What if it's my cousins, my sisters, my brothers?
Right.
So we all gotta come together. Maybe you need that arm in arm to walk to it, to get through that, to go through that DMZ. It's just to get through it is the hardest part of the entire ordeal.
Amen.
And once they know that God is on your side and they do not cow you anymore, they can say whatever they want and it just glances off.
Yeah.
Because God's got that shield around you
That's right.
and nothing to get through.
That's beautiful. Very good.
Now you can poke holes in it all you want. All he's going to do is go no. And he's going to cover them up. Because you're going to stay in faith. We're going to be reading the Bible, we're going to be praising.
That's right.
But as long as you have this, a hymnal, or you can do whatever. You can go to next country over. No one there is a Christian. And you can just be singing and praising. And God is going to put that urge on someone's heart. And it's going to spread like nothing else. Because once that one person gets God,
That's right.
everyone over here is going to want God. And over there.
Yeah.
Everyone in the church at that moment is going to see it. They're going to taste what it's like
Good.
to get the love of God.
That's right.
Now, at the moment, we have that. We can feel His love right now like nothing else. But then what about maybe the person in the back pew, way over there? They're just not quite feeling it. And they're just the recluse and they just don't want to talk to us and we really don't want to talk to them because they look funny.
I love people.
I'm sure Jesus looked funny when He walked out of the grave, holes in His hands and the scars. But still, He had to prove to His disciple that He was there. He had to disciple stick His fingers through
That's right.
the holes in His hands to prove He was there. But you see, we can't do that now. We don't have no holy poetry. But we've got His Word
That's right.
and His people around us. Now, no matter what you say about how one friend did this, one friend did that, my mama said this, daddy said that, they'll be there eventually.
Yeah.
There'll be that day. Because that day will always come when you can look up and look around and it's balanced. And you can see ahead. Not far, but you know that it's going to be brighter, at least for that time. Because God places these brighter times in our lives just as checkpoints to get us through.
That's right.
But even before we get to those good times, we've got to jump through those hoops and we've got to get over those hurdles. But then, there's times when we think those hurdles just may be a bit too tall or we just can't see where it is. But that's why He walks beside us, not behind us, not before us, right here. Because He will have His hand on your shoulder. He will guide you wherever you need to go.
Amen.
You can think of this and just look. From this wall right here to all the way down there, that could be a wall like no other you have ever seen. Built out of whatever. Just looks like medicine and you just don't want to touch it. But you see, it's never what it seems. Because the devil's got this nice little surprise for us. It's called glamour. He can make anything look so pretty or so enticing or just so mean you don't want to touch it. So, that altar is for anyone. It has no walls except the ones you make for it.
Amen.
And if you can get past your walls and get to that altar, any other wall is nothing.
Right, that's right.
Nothing left. But then, what about our walls between our people? Because some people, our walls are filled with venom and hate and lashes out to anyone it can reach. And then you start building walls to protect yourself, to have some kind of defense against them.
Go ahead, boy. Don't be scared. Say it true.
But then, when you realize it, the wall didn't hurt. You just thought it hurt. You thought it was what it was. But you just gotta go through them.
That's right.
Walls by the bridges, walls by the people. Walls are everywhere. But it takes you, your faith, and your belief
That's right.
in what God can do to tear them down, rebuild the bridges, and get to friends that need you.
That's right. Amen.
I've had to build so many new bridges and so many walls to tear down, but then it seems like for every wall you tear down, there's two to take its place. And every bridge you build back up, one of them decides to burn down. And that bridge can be so far away, so hard to reach, and it can be forever and a day before you get to that bridge. But that bridge can still be mended. But you see, don't, just because the bridge is nice and pretty and built up on your side, that's only your side. But you see, that's how you've been acting. But what about in the middle of the bridge, where the friendship is, where you come together to be with each other? Is that rotted, or is it stronger than ever with the faith of the Lord? Because just because you're a friend, you think you have them there, and that your bridge is so just pristine and not going to fall down at all. You got to look at the middle of the bridge and have faith that that bridge will be restored. But then there's the walls by the bridges. The walls by the bridges are the strongest walls that's there, like the altar. Because that bridge can be to the preacher, to the deacon, to the ones that can guide you there. But they're not the only ones. But you see, the devil is a cunning person. So you see, he decides that if he can make enough bridges and enough walls to get across and to barrel through, it'll take you longer to get to here. But you see, he doesn't live in heaven no more.
That's right.
Never will again.
That's right.
He does not know God's plans. He does not know God's power. He does not know the faith of us.
That's right. Boy.
And so he's just going to have to sit there and watch
That's right.
as we get here and we go there.
That's right. Boy. I like that. Amen.
But just because you've repented and you've given yourself to God, knowing that He's your personal Savior, you're getting there, But then what about your life from here to here? But then it goes on and on. But you've got to monitor yourself through each and every time. Because one time, you can be just the nicest person ever, not a fault that can be seen in your faith. But then, a little ways down the road, you've been disappointed, you've failed, you've done something that just angers you so much, your friend betrayed you, someone left you, or whatever. And you blame God. Now, in no way it's God's fault. But you see, He let it happen because of your own self, your own actions. Because God never wants to hurt us. He just wants us to know. Like how Scott was saying, how we've got our mothers and our fathers, how the women have their fathers that know, they know that love, so when one of those guys come up saying how they love them, they'll know what that is. They'll know what it is. And the guys with the mothers and the pretty girls, it's going to be the same way. They know what it is, and they know what it feels like.
Right.
But then, you've got the added stuff. You've got the way they look, the curves and the hair and everything. You've got just how pretty they look, and that's all you can think about. It's terrible. It just always reminds me of Jezebel. Devils in a sky. And that's the worst thing ever. Thought he was bad slithering around.
No, he didn't.
But he's got so many surprises, so many different looks he's got to him, that there is just no second time that you're going to know what it is. And so you've got how they're looking and how they're acting.
Yeah, they're different things.
Two different people. Two completely different things. That is just throughout the world now. So many people who look the nicest and look the best they can be. But then they're the most sour, they're hateful, they're scornful. And what are we supposed to do? Because we go to them thinking they're just so nice. Oh, but you see, that's the best part. They act nice for the first little part. But then, when they finally done leeching off you, that's when you see their true colors. And that's when you see just how cruel people can be. Now, I'd say, don't worry, I won't be long. I just have one more thing to say and I'll be done.
You okay?
Now, it's not only friends, too. You've got your family. You've got that one black sheep, or maybe two, that are just opposite sides. But they're just as mean and cruel and leeching. They only come to you if they, like, have your family events. You have the big old feast. Oh, look, there they are.
Yeah.
It's Christmas. We got presents. There they are.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. Still there. Oh, it's Grandma's birthday. Where'd they go?
Yeah.
But they don't care about the people. They care about what they're getting from.
Right.
Because you can see all this pretty stuff and all the good food and the big old presents. But who's giving it to you? The ones you love. Because you see that love there, that they gave you. They are thinking about you. Got all this nice food prepared for you. They don't want you to go hungry. Got all these surprises for you for Christmas. But they still, because they know about the black sheep. They know he's there, or she. But they just don't want to leave him in the cold. And they just keep putting themselves through that. To be able to see if they can still get to him. Because that's what you got to remember. No matter how much you don't want them there, no matter how much they leech off you and are cruel to you, you can still get to them. Yeah. And that's always what you can do with the faith and the will of the Lord. That's right. And that's my lesson. Thank you for listening.
Amen.
Ron, close this up.
Father God, which art in heaven, I thank you, Father, for the message this morning. I thank you for the young man that brought the message and prepared him, Father. I thank you for your will that propelled him to bring the message, Father.
Yes.
I thank you for every heart and mind that was touched here this morning, Father. And I ask you that you be with us throughout the rest of this day. Guide us, lead us, Father. In the name of your Son, Jesus. Amen.